Okay. Hi.
Hey, this is Ed Lake, and I'm here with my friend Grace.
Mhm.
We're here at Osan at the medical group, and Grace and I have been working together for at least a good year and a half now. Yes,
Yes.
yes, and I'm getting ready to leave Osan, and so I wanted to leave a good memory for Grace. And so one of the things that we talked about
Mhm.
is what are my favorite memories of being here in Korea. And there are a couple of things that I like about Korea. One being the country itself. And when I say the country, I mean the actual physical country. The
Mm.
mountains, the hiking,
Mm.
the oceans, even the weather. A lot of people complain about the weather here in Korea, but the weather here in Korea is similar to my hometown back in the States.
Oh.
And so,
Where you
one
from?
that's what I was going to tell you. That's one thing that you don't know where I'm from.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
from Chicago.
Chicago.
Yes, and so Chicago has got very cold winters, like here in Korea,
Ah, okay.
and very hot, humid summers,
Mm-hmm.
like here in Korea.
Mm-hmm.
And so this weather here is like me being at home. And so it was very easy for me to adjust to the
I
weather
see.
here because it was just like me being home. But the hiking here, the other thing that I really like and appreciate are the people here. The Korean people, very big heart, very open, and very friendly. Unlike any other country I've been to, has been, how nice the people are here in Korea. No matter where I've been in the big city, in Seoul and Busan, to the smaller countrysides. Everyone has always treated me, not like a foreigner, but just like a regular person, which is nice, which is
Mhm.
enjoyable. I've traveled all around, and there's so many things to do here in Korea.
Very
One,
fun.
yes, I love to shop. If you didn't know, I love to really shop. And one of my favorite stores is the Gucci store.
Gucci store?
Yes, and they opened up a new Gucci store
Wow.
in Itaewon, and they opened up a flagship store, and I mean it's absolutely amazing. But I go there, and the people again are just so friendly, and it's not just because they want to sell me something, but
Mm.
they're just naturally nice and friendly.
I
And so
see.
I went there this past weekend, and I stayed in that store almost 3 hours.
Wow.
Yes, but that's one of my favorite things to do, shop. And so I showed you my watch, and I showed you my watch.
Yeah,
I
may I
told you
see
that I
more
have,
detail?
yes.
Swiss watch. Wow.
I told you I've got a watch collection, and that's one of my favorite things to do also is collect watches. And so right now my collection is small. I only have about 17 to 18 watches. But I try to go different places, and if I see a style that I like,
Mm.
I I have to buy it. And because again, that's one of my favorite things is our watches. And so,
Can
um,
you show me the other one?
so this is a simple one. This is just an Apple Watch. It's an Apple Watch,
Yeah.
and I
So
just
two
changed the bracelet.
watches.
Yes, I have two watches all the time. So one is to tell time, and the other one
That's
is
good.
functional because it has my phone, it's got my emails, it answers my messages. And so, like I said, most people don't notice that I have on two watches, but I do. I wear two watches all
I
the
got
time.
it. I
Yes,
catch that.
good, good. So we talk about food. What's your
Mhm.
favorite food?
Do you like Korean food, right?
I eat Korean food,
Mm.
but Koreans like to eat lots of seafood, and I don't care for seafood that much.
Oh.
Yeah, I will eat shrimp. I'll eat clams, but I don't eat all of the other seafood. I don't eat fish.
Oh.
I don't eat squid. I don't eat octopus, and Koreans like that.
Yeah, we
Yes,
love it.
yes, yes. And I can appreciate that, but I have seafood allergy, and so there are very few seafood that I can
Oh, I
eat.
see.
Yeah, but it all looks so good. You guys make it look
Yes.
very appetizing, but I know I shouldn't eat it, so
Oh,
I
I'm feel
don't.
sorry.
Yes. What One of my favorites is kimchi pancakes.
Kimchi pancake.
Yes, I
Wow.
like kimchi pancake. Yes,
Did you
especially those
try
spicy.
with the rice wine?
Yeah, oh yes, everybody likes rice wine, right? Again,
Makgeolli, yeah.
yes, another one of my favorites is the rice wine, or the rice wine. And so I've had a very wonderful experience here. But just being able to meet you and being able to socialize with you on a daily
Mm,
basis,
yes.
um, every day I come in, I see that you have a happy smile on your face. You're never sad. You're never, you always greet me with a big smile and greet me with a good morning. And I think a lot of that reflects on your faith, is that, you have a Christian faith,
Mm.
and it shows every day. It shows every day. And one of my favorite Bible stories
Oh, yes.
is
What is it?
Matthew chapter 14,
Mm.
starting at verse 22. And this is the story of Jesus right after he fed the people with
Mm.
bread and fish. If you remember the story, he tells the disciples to get in a boat and to go on the other side of Galilee.
Mm.
And he says that I will come and meet you in just a little while. He wanted to go up to the mountain and pray a little. And so Jesus went up the mountain and he prayed and he came back down. And the disciples were on a boat out on the Sea of Galilee. And it was storming. And so Jesus starts to walk on water towards them, towards the
Mm.
boat. And the disciples, they were scared. They thought that this must be a ghost walking towards them. And Jesus tells them to not be afraid. And Peter says to Jesus, Lord, if you commanded, I will come to you. And Jesus says, come. And Peter gets out the boat and he
Mm.
starts to walk on water. But then he sees the storm waters coming.
Yes.
Yes. And then he starts getting afraid and he starts sinking in the water. And he says, Lord, save me. And what does Jesus say to him? He said, you have ye o little of faith. Right? But the message of that story is that you can do anything if you just have the faith. And that's one thing that I've carried with me just throughout my life. It's just keeping the faith in God, and you can do anything you set your mind to if you believe in God.
Yes.
And so, like I said, I see this in you every day. Your smile, you interact with people, and you interact with everyone, and you try to make everyone feel at home. And that's one of the things that I want, and I really appreciate. And that's why you were one of the first people I wanted to come see when I came back. But like I said, I want to say thank you for that. Thank you for your hospitality. Thank you for being my friend. And I look forward to being able to see you again. Okay.